I always feel like my posture's dead bad because I'm like against the wall. And again, it's literally hotter than Hades in here because I can't have the window open and I can't have the fan on, because if the window's open you'll hear people outside. Like the fan's on, you'll hear the fan. So I'm literally melting out, and also I'm in a hoodie because my tan is absolutely atrocious, and I thought, you know, like a hoodie comes up a little bit taller so it can kind of cover how bad my tan actually is. Hi, I'm Maddie, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A about me and my life, just some things that people wanted to know. So let's get into the video. First question that I have is, how old are you? And I am 19. The next question is the age-old British debate of tea or coffee, and I have to say I drink both. If I go out I drink coffee, if I'm at home I drink tea, so I'm not too fussy. I do more prefer tea though because it's just a bit more chill, and you know, you can drink tea in the middle of the night and not be up. The next question is, what do you do? And I'm a hairdresser. What are your plans for September? And I did kind of cover that in my last video in a bit more depth, so if you watch that one, I think that was my festival makeup look. But I'm going back to college to do advanced hairdressing. What is my favourite time of year? My favourite time of year is autumn. There's so much going on. You've got Halloween, you've got bonfire night, you've got Christmas, you've got Black Friday. There's so much going on at that time of year. Also, you can wrap up nice and warm, you know, you can wear more clothes, you can actually have really nice outfits. I feel like in summer I don't really get that opportunity. I hate being out in the sun. I'm always inside my room with the fan on, with the curtains closed because I get too warm. I just really don't appreciate summer. The next question is quite funny. It's actually thoughts on pineapple on pizza, and I have to say I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I do personally actually really love pineapple on pizza. I'm vegetarian so I don't eat meat, but whenever I get a pizza it will just be cheese and pineapple, so yeah, a lot of people really don't like that. I also get barbecue base pizza sometimes, obviously not with pineapple on because I don't think that would be a good mix. I do enjoy pineapple on pizza and a barbecue base. So what is my biggest fear? This one's a little bit hard. I'd say one of my biggest fears is the dark. I don't know why. I've never grown out of, not so much if I'm like outside, you've got like a phone torch and stuff, but like in the middle of the night, I sleep with the TV on, it's too dark, I freeze, honestly, terrifying, hate it, I don't know why. Like if I'm stuck in a situation where all the lights go out, I just literally freeze and panic. I just can't move, I get absolutely terrified. I hate it, and I have no idea why I've never grown out of that fear. Also, when I was little, I used to be absolutely terrified of clowns. I don't like them so much anymore. I'd rather not be around them, but I'm not terrified of them anymore, so that's a big plus because I have kind of grown out of that fear. But I would say my biggest fear is probably dying, because I just don't understand death. Like, it makes no sense. I don't get why it has to happen. It's scary. I'd think anyone would be lying if they don't worry about dying, because that's quite a weird thing to happen. Like I was saying, oh, the worst thing that could happen is death, but then what actually happens when you die? Nobody fucking knows. So it's absolutely mental to think about death. Guilty pleasures. Now, this might come as a shock to people that don't know me, but one of my guilty pleasures is actually Guitar Hero. I love Guitar Hero. I literally do it all of the time. My favourite DVD is Legends of Rock. I've got 6 separate ones. I've got a Metallica one, I've got a Beatles one, I've got like just a general band hero one, but I absolutely love it. Like t-shirt, I absolutely love it. It's one of my favourite things. Would you ever consider getting fillers? I don't think I would. I've thought about it, not like intensely. I've not looked into places and really thought about where I would go or anything. I don't really get wrinkles. And even if I do, that's not really an issue for me. I'm not bothered by that. Also, I don't think I'd get lip fillers. I know obviously I overline my lips and I'm old enough to get lip fillers, and I could if I wanted to. I don't know, I feel like I'm happy with how my face looks. I don't want to change anything, I don't want to enhance anything. You know, I've had this face for 19 years and I'm happy with the way it looks, so I feel like I wouldn't consider doing it. Maybe in the future when I'm older my thoughts might change on it, but as of now, and obviously for the next 5-10 years, I don't think I would consider getting fillers. What was your first job? And my first job was, I worked in a cafe inside of a garden centre, and I actually only worked there for 4 days because they fired me, well, threatened to fire me, but I quit because they said that I couldn't work any of the coffee machines. Do you know how many buttons are on coffee machines, especially the big ones that you get in cafes? Oh my god, who expects somebody to know how to work all of the buttons after 4 days? That is ridiculous. God, my throat gets so dry when I'm filming these videos. What is my favourite song at the moment? I'd say my favourite song is Multiply by Love Fame Tragedy. I love that song. I also like 5150. All of the Love Fame Tragedy songs, my favourite ones. I just love them. So it's something you did as a child that doesn't happen anymore, and it really upsets me. But I don't know if people that are similar to my age remember getting an Argos catalogue. Oh my god, I used to love when we'd go past Argos and they'd have the new catalogues out, and I'd be like, Mum, can I get one? And she'd be like, yeah, but I'm not carrying it home. So then I'd get the Argos catalogue and I'd get in, and I used to love getting a pen and circling literally every single item in the Argos catalogue and being like, I want this for Christmas, I want this for Christmas, and like just flipping through every single page. I do it when I was bored, you know, when I just wanted to look at the stuff in there. I used to absolutely love that. But Argos has apparently just completely stopped printing their catalogues now because it's all online and it's a waste of paper, which breaks my heart because I used to love doing that, and it's kind of sad that like kids now don't get to experience that joy. Why did you start a YouTube channel? I feel like people that know of me and I know will be like, why did you do that? Like, why did you want to do that? I don't know, I had a channel when I was younger. I used to just absolutely prat around and take videos of me doing my hair and stuff, and I actually got a lot of hate for it, so I deleted it. And I've always wanted to do it since then. Like I love the stuff I was putting out obviously when I was like younger, but because people were giving me hate for it, I just deleted it. And I feel like that put me off for so many years. I was like, oh well, if I start one, then like people are going to be rude, they'll be talking about me. But I feel like I'm just at that point in my life now where I left school 3 years ago, and like the people that don't support me doing these type of things, I don't want them in my life anyway. I'm just at a point in my life now where I just want to be happy and do things that make me happy. So there's no point not doing something that I've wanted to do for so long because I like what other people would think of me, because you know that's a really destructive mindset to have. And if it makes me happy, then the people that actually care about me should be happy about me doing it as well. Where is the next place you want to travel? I think the next place that I really want to travel to is actually Tokyo. I've wanted to go there for a long time now, especially in summer because they've got the Blossom, they've got such lovely parks. The fashion over there is really cool. Like I just want to do all of the shopping and all of the shops. I really like the type of scene they've got over there, and it's a nice place to go. I would go on my own, but it's just the thought of getting 2 flights that kind of really stresses me out. The fact that, you know, if there was like a 10-hour wait between flights and I have to book into a hotel, and that kind of stresses me. I think I will go to Tokyo. Whether or not anybody wants to come with me, I'd still go because I really want to do that. This is my nails, by the way, if anyone wondering. What do I think the worst quality somebody can have is? I would have to say not learning from their mistakes, because no one's perfect. And I think as long as, you know, you make a mistake, yeah, everybody makes mistakes, no one's perfect, but if you don't learn from it, that's where the problem is. So if you keep making the same mistakes and hurting people, then that's just the worst possible quality to have. One of the other questions is how much work actually goes into making a YouTube video, and I don't think people realise, but like for my festival video it was about 13 minutes long, and it took me 4 hours to film that makeup look. So I was filming, sat in front of a camera for 4 hours. I think I edited it for maybe 7+ hours, and then it took an hour and a half to export and upload. And obviously it took me ages to plan it and what I was actually going to do and do research into, you know, the look I wanted to do, choose what I was going to do, set out a way of how I was going to do it. So I think people think, oh, it's only like a 5-minute video, or oh, it's only a 10-minute video, but the amount of hours that actually go in behind the scenes are so much more than what you see. So there is actually a lot of work that goes into making YouTube videos. It's not just sit down, film and then put it straight up. Like you have to edit it, you know, you have to plan what you're going to do. So I mean, I can just sit down and make like a Q&A now like I'm doing, without asking people to ask me questions, without planning them, writing them down, making sure I've got good answers for them, because, you know, I don't want to give bad answers because no one will watch. So it is a lot of work that goes into it. It's not just like sit down, film, upload. Like you do really have to think about, why do you have coloured hair / purple hair? I don't know. My hairdresser that I go to has lots of fun colours, and I feel like I've always liked colouring my hair, so why not just do it? I've been quite a few colours now. I've been blue, in like a reddy corally colour, pink into purple, 4 colours recently, like really vibrant colours from my current hairdresser. I don't think I'm going to stop anytime soon. I love having coloured hair. I just hate like the judgment that goes with it. So when I'm in the streets, people stare at me like, oh my god, she's got coloured hair, like I'm some kind of monster. I'm not a monster. I just have coloured hair because I like having coloured hair. What is the best advice you've ever gotten? I've had a lot of good advice, so it's going to be kind of hard to word this. I don't know, I think the best advice I've been given is kind of like, a lot of people only want to know what you're doing so that they can talk about you behind your back and make you feel bad about doing things that you enjoy doing. So like, you shouldn't think about leading your life to think, oh well, these people are going to talk about me if I do this. And this kind of relates to why I started YouTube, but like, you shouldn't live your life always worried about what other people are going to say and what other people are going to think, because there's always going to be people that are going to criticise you. No matter what you do, there's always going to be somebody that's going to criticise you. Don't live your life always afraid to do things that make you happy, to take a big leap and change things, because at the end of the day, the only person that it should affect is you. And if the people around you aren't supportive, then you shouldn't have them around you. Like, why would you want to have people that are destructive close to you? It's not worth it. And a lot of people that I thought were good friends haven't been. And you know, you only realise that when you do things and they're not happy for you, even though you're over the moon, which is upsetting. And obviously you don't want to have to cut out people in your life. If the people around you aren't making you feel good about yourself and pushing you to be the best you that you can be, then they don't deserve to be in your life. Which is hard, and you don't, you know, some people you've been friends with for years and you don't want to cut them out, but if they're not supporting you to the best of your ability and they're not hyping you up and making you feel like the best person ever and actually being happy for your success, then they're not friends. They're just people. They're an accessory to. And it might not be obvious. You know, people don't want other people to think they're shitty people, and I think everything starts from you. So if you do something, the only person that's actually going to affect is you. And if it affects everyone around you in such a negative way, if it's something that's good for you to be doing, then it shouldn't affect them like that. And they shouldn't be in your life if that's how they see it. You should actually just live for yourself, and the only person that you should take care of is you. And if it makes you happy, then everyone else should be happy for you. And if they're not, then they shouldn't be in your life, because, you know, it's not worth feeling shit and being in a bad mood all the time because you want to do something, but your friends don't want you to do that. Do you have any hobbies? Yes, I do. I actually dance. I think I also mentioned this in a bit more detail in my festival makeup video, but I do dance. I do ballet, tap, modern and point. I used to do tube and lyrical, but they were on a Saturday, and obviously I had other commitments on Saturdays, so I stopped doing that. The next one is, do you have any hidden talents? I don't think so. I really wish I did have hidden talents. I don't know, maybe Guitar Hero is my hidden talent. I can do pretty much every song on medium and a lot of songs on hard. Is that a secret talent? Because nobody really knows that I could do that. Maybe. Do you have a 5-year plan? Kind of, but not like set in stone. So in 5 years, I'd like to be a homeowner. So I'd like to have my own house or have my own flat. I'd like to be married in 5 years' time, or planning my wedding, depending on how much money I have. And in 5 years' time, I suppose I would like to own my own hair salon or be going into teaching hairdressing, because I would actually really like to become a teacher in hairdressing. So yeah, I think like my 5-year plan's not that big and it's not that set in stone, and you know, I'm already working towards a lot of the things in that anyway, so it's just what I would like to have in the next 5 years. Okay, so the last question I've got is, what are you most grateful for? But I'm going to link this with also, what do you not show enough appreciation for? Because they're kind of similar. And I would definitely say my parents and my family and my friends, because they push me to do everything that I never would push myself to do, because I don't really think, you know, I'm capable of doing things, and my confidence isn't as high as I'd like it to be. So my friends and my family really, really do push me to do things I'd necessarily be a bit too worried to do on my own. Obviously my parents have supported me for the last 19 years and pushed me to follow my dream to become a hairdresser, and my boyfriend is really nice and puts up with me being absolutely mental and doing anything. I do so many random things and he, you know, doesn't get angry. He just supports me, and my friends for just being there for me when I need them. So yeah, that's what I'm most grateful for. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe and comment if I do another Q&A what questions you'd like to see me answer. So put other questions down there, what the video should like to see. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!